I gather you are Murray Kahn.
I am.
Welcome.
I'm Murray Kahn. Been in Farmington Hills for a number of years. Wasn't really going to speak tonight, but just listening to everybody, I felt I had a need. First, I'd like to, besides what was said a few times, I'd like to congratulate everybody on being so well behaved tonight, no matter what side you were on. And the other thing is, the fact that you didn't realize there was going to be such a turnout tonight is hard to believe, because every time there's a building involved, whether it be a sale or a closing, you know that there's an uprising. So I think the board needs to be honest about these kind of things. Just like they need to be honest about the sale of the building. Your questions to your own attorney prove that you didn't do your due diligence. Does it need? Does it need? Does it need? No, it doesn't need it. But it requires it for the good of the community. The community needs it. Obviously, it needs it, no matter which side you're talking about. They need it to be discussed openly, and that's what they're doing tonight. And that's why it should have been done like this originally. And I don't think that the infrastructure in the area is going to handle it very well. So I don't know what the city of West Bloomfield is going to do as far as adding roads and things like that. But what really bothers me, especially listening to the people, the imams and these other people that come up here and talk about the racial, well, it became a racial, they threw the racial card out here, the religious intolerance. It's not religious intolerance. On the Jewish side, it's fear that there isn't going to be religious tolerance on the other side. I'm driving down 15 Mile on Orchard Lake, and there's 200 Muslims out there with signs screaming at me. This happened just a couple months ago. Don't tell me you don't know about it. And don't tell me you don't know about it. And don't tell me that you said something about it, that you fought against it either. And my people should have been out there fighting it. And I'm a little ashamed that they weren't. And many of my people got up and fought for the Islamic people tonight. So I hope they appreciate that. It isn't intolerance of you. It's fear that we're not going to be tolerated. And that's because that's what happens sometimes in a society where there isn't separation of state and religion, okay? I'm not a big separation of state and religion type of person, but these religious organizations or religious study places are run by imams and the rules of the cities and all are not necessarily always followed. Look at what happened in Dearborn recently, where someone wanted to burn the book. Okay? It's the wrong thing. You should not do it. But all of a sudden, there's thousands of people out there not following the laws. It was not against the law for him to do it. They threw him in jail anyways because of pressure. And what we're fearing is that our rule of law is going to be taken over by religion. And that's what it's all about here. It's not about racial intolerance on our side. It's all about everybody getting along, but follow the rule of the United States of America law.